want to start with a pretty challenging thought. What if I told you that something like 95% of people are walking around with a low IQ mindset, and they don't even know it? I know, it's a bold thing to say, but it really gets to the core of what might be secretly holding you back.
And that's really the whole key right there. We spend so much time looking outside ourselves for reasons why we're stuck. We blame our past, our circumstances, that one opportunity we missed. But the idea here is that the real wall isn't out there, it's in here. It's your own mind. So let's get this straight. When we talk about a low IQ mindset, forget about test scores. We're not talking about something you're born with that you can't change. It's a habit. It's a pattern. It's the simple, repeated choice of picking the comfortable, safe option over the challenging thing that would actually make you grow. Okay, so let's break down the first of these habits. Think about this. Your attention is literally the most valuable currency you have. And what do we do with it? We give it away all day long, for free. This isn't just about killing time. It's about systematically chipping away at our ability to think deeply about anything at all. This slide just nails the modern trap, doesn't it? We pick up our phone, we start scrolling, and it feels harmless, right? It just feels like a little entertainment. But what's really going on under the surface is a kind of destruction. It's the destruction of our focus, our patience, our ability to just sit and think. And here's the science behind it. Our brains are wired for that quick, easy hit of dopamine. That little buzz you get from a notification, a new video, a funny meme. And here's the thing about dopamine. It couldn't care less about your big goals or your dreams. It just wants the next hit, right now. It will always trade your long-term progress for that short-term pleasure. All right, moving on to habit number 2. This one is, well, it's a huge one, especially today. We are surrounded by endless self-help content, right? And this habit is the trap of watching it all, reading it all, and never, ever actually doing anything with it. This is the question you really got to ask yourself, honestly. You've seen the motivational videos, you've listened to the podcasts, but has your life actually changed? See, there's a world of difference between just passively taking in information and actively using it to create something new in your life. And here's the really sneaky part. Your brain can't tell the difference. Watching a video about how to be more disciplined feels like you're being productive. Listening to a podcast about success feels like you're making progress. But it's just a feeling. It's an illusion. The only thing that creates actual progress is action. That's it. And this really is the bottom line. Any information you take in without applying it is useless. It's just entertainment with a very convincing self-improvement mask on. The sharpest people don't just absorb content, they build things, they create, they test ideas. Because creating is where the real thinking and the real growth actually happens. Okay, habit number 3. Now this one is really subtle, but man, is it destructive. It's the ego trap. It's the quiet little belief that you're already know enough. The second you think you've got it all figured out is the exact second you slam the brakes on all future growth. And there's actually a name for this. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's this weird quirk of the human mind where the people who know the least about a topic are often the most confident that they're experts. It's funny, right? The more you actually learn, the more you realize just how much you don't know. The real danger is being totally certain when you're just getting started. I mean, this says it all, doesn't it? It is totally okay to not know something. In fact, admitting you're ignorant is where all learning begins. But arrogance, that belief that you already know it all, that's a dead end. It just kills your curiosity and guarantees you're going to stay stuck right where you are. And that brings us to our fourth and final habit, avoiding discomfort. We're hardwired to feel that sense of difficulty and think, whoa, danger, turn back. But what if that feeling wasn't a warning sign? What if it was actually an invitation? An invitation to get stronger? So here's the deal we all face every single day. You can make the easy choice now and life will feel comfortable, but there's a price. The consequence is that you will be weaker tomorrow. The strongest, sharpest people you know weren't born that way. They were forged. They were built by consistently doing the hard things that everyone else avoids. Let's just walk through how this cycle works. You're faced with something challenging. You decide to take the easy way out. In that moment, you're sending a very clear message to your brain. You're telling it, I can't handle this. And you know what? After you do that enough times, your brain starts to believe you. You're literally training yourself to be less capable. So there we have it. Constant distraction, consuming without creating, the ego trap, and avoiding discomfort. The point of all this isn't just to list off some bad habits. It's about taking a second and holding up a mirror. 4 habits. That's it. 4 simple patterns that feel totally normal, maybe even comfortable. But they're acting like these invisible cages that we build around ourselves brick by brick.
So now it's time for a moment of brutal honesty. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell anyone else. But you have to be honest with yourself. It's time to take a really clear look at your own day-to-day patterns. So I'll leave you with this question. Which one of these habits is living in your head rent-free? Which one is whispering in your ear and holding you back? Because figuring that out, really, truly identifying it, that is the first step. That's where the real change begins.